A little bit scary, if we're being honest. Getting warmed up, getting ready to cast some players. No, okay, not cast, interview. Change your mindset, change your mindset.
Words.
No, but last words until we come back.
Oh, okay.
Because we're leaving.
Enjoy.
Oh, that was good, that was good. Anything from you?
How are we doing, Polly?
Awesome, thank you so much for your time.
Welcome everybody here to the top 5 plays of the week from Esports. Clutchkey here to help you bring those 5 plays, and we got one from each game lined up. Let's start with play number 5, and this one takes us to Rocket League, where the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech and the SUNY Poly Wildcats squaring off. But for the Bulldogs, they show us why the saying goes, teamwork makes the dream work, with insane passes and a goal to end it.
The options have to go and recover defensively because that's a big long clear. And, well, the long clear can either catalyze an offense or bring into situations like this. Jazz leaps up for the shot, knocks it home.
Now, the Wildcats were able to take a game off the Bulldogs, but in the end, Louisiana Tech would go on to win the series 4-1. Coming in at number 4 is from League of Legends, and it's the Army West Point Black Knights and the Lethbridge College Kodiaks playing in a USA versus Canada game on the Rift. But down 2 people mid-game, it was looking kind of like the Black Knights had a challenging fight coming up in top lane. But then again, the Army isn't called tough for nothing.
2v4, by the way. Now a 3v1 into another 3v1. This is Army West Point just doing the duty list, right? That is almost a full ace. Yeah, the minions will help him out. That is an ace.
Now, that was in game number 1, and Army West Point would go on to win the entire series 2-0. Let's go to number 3 now in Overwatch 2 action, where the Great Danes of Albany and the Bulls of South Florida squaring off. First map on Oasis.
We're at the Collegiate Esports Commissioners Cup. Let's make some noise.
Oh, and it's gonna
jumped into it.
Corner judges go for 1, 2, yeah, he needs more.
They're doing even more here. You gotta touch the point. Mr. College walks it in.
Toy Boy is gonna drop.
Knife him.
Right out in front.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, running.
Hello and welcome, Overwatch fans. We are here and we are live with Esports Use coverage of some ECAC action. I'm FBI Tugboat. I'm here with my man Twin Salty. Twin Salty, how we doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man, and I'm excited for this matchup. It's a Ball State versus Ball State game, so a little bit of, on-campus camaraderie between these two, and I'm kind of curious to see who is the one that ends up on top.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. A little Ball State on Ball State action here, like you said. And like you said, regular season. We are 3 weeks, of course, into our fall 2023 season. Let's take a look and kind of go over these two teams, right? Because they had kind of similar performances in the last semester, but I think one of these teams does kind of come through to shine brighter than the other.
Yeah, I would say Ball State Red probably has the slight advantage. During the fall, they were able to make the finals, lost to Fisher, which seems like everybody lost to Fisher back in fall, so it's not that big of a shock. And Ball State Black, they did decent. I believe they made, round of 16 or quarterfinals back in fall. So far, haven't had the greatest start to the spring. They got a forfeit win, and then they took a loss last week against Delaware, which seems to be, around that top 5, top 3. So it's not a horrible loss. And then you look over to Red, they've had 2, I would say, pretty easy wins so far. 2 teams kind of at the lower end of the division. So we haven't really seen either at full strength, and I'm kind of curious if the new patch that we're in will kind of bring that out for one of them.
It's a very, very, very fair statement. Obviously, an ever-evolving meta here within our Overwatch 2 game, but it is definitely worthwhile to take note. Ball State Red dropped 1 map outside of the 3-2 loss that they took to Fisher throughout the entirety of that regular season previous fall 2022. Now, we'll be looking at spring 2023 now, and this one going 3rd week of the season. Let's take a look, kind of talk a little bit about where it's going to be going down at. First map is Nepal. We look at Pariso after that, El Dorado on the 3rd map. Coliseo, if we do get there, Elios will be our 5th map. And then I believe our tiebreaker was going to be Li Zhong. Is that correct?
It was either it said Nepal, but I don't know if we'll play Nepal again. So we'll have to wait and see if we get to that point. You never know. Obviously, two teams who know each other very well. So you never know. Maybe we get to that elusive map 6. But for now, heading over to Nepal for round number 1, it sounds like we have a pause.
All good. All good.
Interesting. Okay, so we'll have to wait and see what the issue is here for both of these squads. I think it's a game code issue. So we'll come back to us just for a brief moment here, but at least looking at the teams of what they wanted to run, both running pretty similar looks with the Lucio, and one side running the Run, one running the Orisa. So I would say slight advantage to the Orisa,
Yep.
but yeah, we'll have to wait and see what the issue is. I think it's something with the game code that was used.
It happens, especially on Sanctum, right? Like Reinhardt, always great. How gonna have that big rectangle box man, right? 1200 health on that shield now. Obviously down from 2K from Overwatch 1, but especially given the changes in Orisa's kit, that javelin throw now, that is gonna be primo. Be taking environmental kills on this point as we move in here. Like you said, just a slight edge, though. So many other factors really involved here on our first game between these two Ball State teams.
Exactly, and I think, especially with the recent patch that came in last week, Reinhardt got that little bit of a buff to where his fire strikes do a little bit more, and his hammer doesn't actually knock away those who are hit with it, which is a buff for him, I would say, except if you were going for environmentals, which that's not normally what you're trying to do anyway. And Orisa got hit with that range nerf, so maybe, that gap has definitely been a little bit shortened up. But again, on a map like Sanctum, the boot potential is there with the javelin, with the javelin spin as well. If you can kind of push Ryan away and eventually into that pit. We'll have to wait and see what these two teams want to run. I'm guessing the Ryan will probably play more underneath right next to point, so they can try and avoid that. But I believe we're going now back into the game. I think the issue has been fixed. So hopefully, fingers crossed, no more issues. And apologies for a little bit of a delay. We had a little bit of a tech issue on our end, but hey, it happens. It's 2023. I think especially over the last how many years we've learned that technology just sometimes doesn't like to agree. So now that everyone's in, we will actually start off Sanctum.
Ball State Black on the left, headed by Me98. Got Cash Lesser as well, Pin Park, Primax. On that Lucio as of right now, and Zhang Beast over here. Ball State Red.
We're getting a Tor 1v1, if I read chat right.
Okay.
Yep.
An in-house
See,
game.
this is what you get, I guess, when you have two teams from the same school.
Well, that makes sense to start it off with. Back and forth. That's me. Penn Park getting really low early. And Manway actually bringing this one back. So, now we go right here. Okay, sorry. So Ball State Black, because they lost, are all going to take a long walk off a short pier.
All right. Well, hey, I respect everyone kind of following the Tor 1v1 rules. I respect it. Not what I thought we were going to be starting today with, but hey, I'm not going to complain too much. It's now Ball State Black. You see the Roadhog come back out and double hit scan now for the DPS.
Okay, they are actually trying. I was gonna say, wasn't 100% they're actually going at it, but no, just the initial take in the beginning over to Ball State Red for winning the Tor 1v1. Forced to rotate a little bit right here. Manway actually getting a lot of big blasts right there. That Roadhog actually really kind of fighting the bullet for not paying attention to this player on the back. That's Me98 right here. As Ball State Red once again takes this one. Manway has done everything in a bag of chips so far here.
Doing everything they need to. Yeah, you win the 1v1, you hit some shots later on as well. So doing it with the hammer and the gun, and Ball State Red at least so far halfway to that cap, and now Spencer also gets a nice little hook off the edge to get rid of their tank counterpart, and Red seem to be continuing that momentum that they had over from Fall in the beginning of this season already, not letting Black really do too much.
A couple ultimates right here. Now charging it up. Love to see the Lucio Nano boost, as it seems like Ball State Black, they're just trying right here. I think Yakester just kind of got a little bit too far away from them, and then Primax actually taking out their counterpart. Love to see it. There's Torbolt.
Torbolt throwing out, able to at least isolate me 98, and now Primax kind of just stuck in this corner in the 1v1 and will just back away when that anti goes through, but they haven't really been able to make their way to point until now.
Some solid progression though, still one on top. 99 goes the way now of Ball State Black. They found a little bit of a lease on life right here. Nasty sleep onto me 98. They're coming in with that hook, but Raven Strider going to be able to get out source of danger on this one. Invested purple right now as we have a Roadhog chasing an Ana in the back, and me 98 definitely going to find that one. Ball State Black taking a couple picks right here is now a nice hook off the side. Spencer pulling that one, trying to get something going. Penn Park is so low and now falls. Not going to be affording them any mercy, even on Salty, even on their birthday. Yes, folks, you heard me right. Penn Park, it is their birthday. It's going to be their 21st birthday as well, which means, of course, there will be at least one responsible celebration in Ball State tonight.
They will definitely have a pretty fun night tonight, that is for sure. Responsible fun night. We'll have to wait and see if they can add a nice little win against their counterparts here on top of that. And here we go, Nano Torb going in, forces out the beat. And this has honestly been just a very disjointed fight. Seems like everybody's taking these little 1v1s, and Ball State Black, because of it, it's already 60%, but I think their luck has finally kind of wasted away. Ball State Red able to recap, and at that point, nobody will be close. Round one and going over to Ball State Red.
99 to 64 or so I saw. That's going to be in more of a narrow victory right here on the first Nepal point. I'm not against it. Not against it. Moving on along. I think if we really look at some standouts, yes, Manway got some assistant. Yes, Manway also went forth. A lot of positive effect on this Torbjorn.
Yeah, it's not just, hey, they win the Torb 1v1 at the very beginning. Like, no, they genuinely got value from it later on, from the turret. Also, just actually hitting those main fires with those headshots very well. Able to set their team up pretty nicely. Both teams now going over to the Rhine. Ball State Black aiming for the TP on top side of ship to try and take control of the high ground here early before the rest of Ball State Red can really set up. And there we go, early Maywall. Nice little pin to start off.
Nice charge right there, but Spencer actually can't keep it alive through the charge right there, and Ball State Black lose their main tank early. Zhang getting a little bit of aggression right here, and now Spencer with a call out of himself. I like that. Hey,
you gotta respect
these players are having a lot of fun with this. We can have a lot of fun with this too, right?
Oh yeah, like you can tell they're like, okay, obviously wanting to win, but you gotta rub it in the salt a little bit. You at least know who you're playing against, so gotta at least have a little bit of fun with it. So Ball State Black able to cap point first, and a lot of it is just due to that TP early on, so they got there first. But now over on that soldier to try and deal with ninjas a little bit.
Dealing with ninjas easier said than done. Trust me. Nice wall right there. It actually just secured Ball State Black. Nice charge, Spencer. That was the opposing Lucio. That would have been fantastic, but it's not. What a charge right now. Off the back, that speed boost. Love to see it. Charge again, Spencer. Long walk off a short pier. Raven Strider's actually going to take the K right there. But me 98 would have gone, again, long walk, short pier.
Yeah, it would have been a long
count.
fall.
Claiming that one doesn't count. That doesn't count on the Reinhardt 1v1.
No, like, it didn't get the final blow, therefore it did not count. I have a feeling Spencer will be asking their flex support for a little bit of help next time around. Maybe just not in that capacity. As I think the Rhine 1v1 is still in favor of me 98 just a little bit. And speaking of that, able to get a fire strike kill and nice little shatter on top of it too.
Ninja, just gotta let him know what time it is sometimes, you know? Trying to be sneaky with me. Back and forth we go. Me 98 definitely advantage. Spencer falls yet again, and yeah, Ball State Red might have more points, or might have had more points. Excuse me, like got in the first one, but I think Me 98 really gonna be winning that one. Chased out.
Blizzard thrown in, able to pick two, and able to get down in the ice block. The question is, do they survive? And Raven Strider comes in yet again to save the day.
That's going to be a wasted ultimate yet as well right there for Penn Park. We'll forgive it, though, of course, because they are, yet again, birthday.
Yeah, like got a little bit of a birthday buff going on. It seems like, at least for Penn. Maybe not that fight though. As you know, I think if it would have been a straight 1v1, maybe wins it. But when the Suzu comes in, it changes everything for Manui. And now I would say Ball State Red, with the way these fights are going, probably one fight away from closing out the match.
That's a solid little shot. Throw a Kiriko with absolutely golden ult in there. And they want to make sure that they know what the difference is. MTD, MTD, MTD. Is main tank difference for those of you unfamiliar with watching a bunch of Overwatch streams, guys.
Hey, you gotta love it. At least they're having a bunch of fun with it. Suzu, not Suzu, able to use the Kitsune Rush early. And I guess everybody's just throwing ults into this fight. Talk about.
Hey, why not? Why not? Primax dropping that beat. 96, 97. Nope, they are going to be able to get there. So a bunch of Ball State Red players falling. They'll be back with the meme here soon.
At least able to flip it for now. Probably have to win 2 fights here if you're Ball State Black to force a 3rd round of Nepal. And we'd head over to Shrine. But Ball State Red in a decent spot still. Did use a lot of ultimates that previous fight as well. And honestly, ult advantage pretty heavy in the favor of Ball State Black. So curious to see if they'll be able to overcome it.
Oh! B98 hitting crazy angles, like literally kind of like drifting out here on the Reinhardt. A little jump, little like cancel charge jump at the end. Throw a shattered in there just for some show. Well, not just for some show. That hit pretty much everybody.
That was with style right there. That is for sure. Just nice little bunny hop as well. Able to land that beautiful shatter from them, and now actually puts Ball State Black in a rough spot, even though that is not where you want to be.
Oh, it is not. This will be a team that does get in there. Not one, but 2 headshots there for Raven Strider. Other people might be missing out. They are not. There's a player on top. This is cashless only. The swing and a shot from the May is going to be enough. Ball State takes the 2nd Nepal map here.
BSU Red takes it in. Definitely was one of the most eventful maps you'll probably see all season long. As you see shatters left to the right, I think it's probably, you know, the most camaraderie you'll see in chat as well and play the game. It's a shatter from earlier. Nice little dragon on top. Raven Strider gets a few kills as well. And it seemed like Raven Strider, always during the beginning of these fights, always looking for those kunais to land on the head, not really worrying about the heals very much. But hey, when you hit him in the head so much, you get that triple headshot damage. It definitely works out.
Exactly. Not going to be a bad factor for any of these players to go forth, any of these characters to go forth and try and take that. You know, the only real headshot multiplier in the game outside of the Widowmaker, right? We'll be looking at map number 2 here, Pariso. Maybe some more fun between these 2 Ball State teams.
Yeah.
Maybe some more competitiveness and whatnot. If we're looking at competitiveness, talk to me a little bit about compositions here.
I would say we're probably leaning towards more a dive if you're on the offensive side, just because, especially second phase. If you thought Watchpoint Gibraltar had a lot of high ground, Pariso is like that on steroids with high ground. So definitely some dive coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some double hit scan looks on the defensive side, especially Sojourn and Ash. There's just so many different places you can hide in that streets phase. It's ridiculous how hard it is sometimes to get through that part of the map. Especially with these teams, what they've been running, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Torb as well. It's not bad on first point, I will say. It's a pretty decent pick, but curious to see what Ball State Black want to try and pull out here to try and equalize. But obviously, you can tell everybody's like, okay, we're not going to be very mad if we lose. Obviously, there's a lot of bragging rights going on. You know, you saw it in chat. They're giving each other crap the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of it is just, okay, you know, it's the team we probably scrim against a lot. You see them all the time. You obviously want to win, but you got to at least have some fun with it.
There you go. I got 2 lines. Got 2 lines here. First, will we see another Torb 1v1 to start this one off? Yes or no?
No.
No? Okay. Second, not will we or will we won't or will we not, but how many times do you think you're going to see one of these Reinhardts kind of hiding in one of those aforementioned vertical spots to try and go for a sneaky and cheeky shatter?
Oh, I think probably at least 3, at least. If they run the Ryan. I'm kind of curious with these teams both kind of having a gentleman's agreement, it seems like. Nepal, like, hey, we're just going to run the Ryan the whole time. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it, and if we do, I think 3 is a good number.
Yeah, I think 3. I think 3. We'll
Yeah.
we'll lay the line at 2.5. So under that 0, 1, or 2. Above that 3. I think that's reasonable though. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Or even if it's like an Orisa, something like that. Try her Terra Surge in the back lines right here. And then maybe just a little bit more fun look at this one. I guess if we look at the first one competitively, I think the Mayas on both sides were really able to get some really awesome headshots. We did get a little bit of fun facts, right? And and again, this one being more of an in-house broadcast, guys, we're gonna have more fun with it. Now, the old person on the team, old man on the team, right? Ninja Curly Fries right here, been a part of the Overwatch team since freshman year, now a senior. We all grow old. We all grow old, Ninja Curly Fry. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm a junior, so I can't even say too much, But hey, I give them so much credit for sticking it out. I know, especially last year's it was very weird for some teams because it was like everybody's kind of waiting for Overwatch 2 to get here, and Overwatch 1 wasn't really changed that much. So hey, I give them respect for sticking around and definitely at least played pretty decent over in that last map. And I would admit the best fact that I had on here. Primax was in Hitman Agent 47, which is never something I thought I would hear one of the teams say. But hey, when you get to be a part of a project like that, I wouldn't be, I would be sharing it too. So I can't be surprised.
Exactly. They made sure to mention that he starred, right? That was the absolute star.
He was the star.
Yes. Was not a background actor who also had a bald head and was playing like one of the assassins. No, the star of Hitman Agent 47 right here. How interesting. I used to love playing those games. I don't think one has come out so recently. But hey, not Hitman, but Overwatch. Take a look at Periso.
Loading on in, and we'll have to wait and see. It'll be BSU Black on the defense first, and you have a feeling. At least on the defensive side, still keeping the Rhine. We have a role swap, it seems like, on the BSU red side, as Raven Strider, who was nailing the kunais, is now on the Wrecking Ball. Spencer shifting over to that flex support spot. So, interesting call here. Maybe, a ball one trick for Raven Strider. And hey, they already got a pick, so can't even be that mad.
Brutal, dude. No quarter, even for a birthday boy. Hate to see it. That is a very mobile Raven Strider right now. You can definitely see why they're on it. Of course, the hamster now with shields. How interesting, right? Like,
Yeah,
not
just get a little bit of that
regular,
overshield.
not just the regular health, not like just the armor anymore, but now actual shields.
I honestly don't mind the move of them trying to buff ball. I think it's still in a place to where, like, if you're not great at ball, you're still going to get farmed.
Yeah.
But if, you're extremely good at ball, then you can definitely get a lot of value out of them. But, like, if I played them, I'm getting farmed. So, I don't blame Raven Strider for at least pulling him out. Already gets a few picks and already first point cap.
Wow, I like the 1v1 that we're watching right now between Cashless and this ball. Now getting the assistance from a Brig. And the ball wants none of this. Raven Strider going to be striding with pride right out of that one.
And even with the hack, like, yeah, no, that's fine. I still got 500 health. One of the tankiest heroes in the game. You're not going to be able to really get rid of me that easy. And you haven't even tracked the translocator. I guess that's the other side of BSU Black. And man, we not able to get out that time. And this is absolute carnage, Tug.
Spencer on Primax right there. Spencer taking out the assassin. Hitman 47 himself, quite literally. Raven Strider. A little bit of a tank 1v1. And I think that's kind of where we got into. A little bit of 1v1 action all the way through. Is that a nope?
That is a nano.
That is a nano boost. Okay. Doesn't glow like that for no reason, I suppose.
And they even get the kill on the rallying Brig. So, hey, value out of that. And they even keep the mines as well. But who is going to stop this man? That is the real question, because they are just having the time of their lives right now. And honestly, BSU Black has just had absolutely no answer for it. And yeah, it's been a rough birthday. It's been a very rough birthday so far.
Leader has run away from it. The sleep comes through, doesn't quite hit right there though. A lot of damage both ways. Now, like, melee shots coming into this one is now Me98. Getting a little bit of attention, more so from the other members of Ball State Red. 5.5 minutes now after that last comes in. And we're going to be looking at the Ball State Red squad that has a very good shot finishing out 3 so early.
They are setting, I would say, a near record pace. That is for sure. As even Yakster's trying to get in the back. They're using the beat just to stay alive and keeping Manwe up as well for this EMP. This is truly turned into the worst nightmare possible for BSU Black. They are just getting picked apart left and right. I'm trying to think who is even on point right now. I think it's Ninja, who is just kind of chilling on point, doing their own thing, and honestly, it's probably the easiest game they've ever played.
Here, Ninja just kind of hanging out right there. We'll see an Echo ult later, if they so choose. Gotta say, I love the Yakester pressure onto that Ana was inspirational. That was me. It'd be a shot followed by a sleep dart, followed by a grenade, followed by a shot, and I'd be crying back in spawn.
4:26. They add 26 seconds to the time bank. That's a little ridiculous. I will not lie. That is quite the time bank set by BSU Red. And hey, I admit the Wrecking Ball, if you're pretty good at them, you can definitely get the value, and Raven Strider definitely fit that bill.
They did. Yes, they did. We'll see how these compositions come out. Kind of postured up early on this. Ball State Black. Just win your 1v1s. That's what this match is all about, right? find your counterpart. Find your counterpart. Give them a point. You know, and then they'll come right into the middle of one of these big open areas. 1v1 them. See who wins. That's what I'm all about.
Yeah. And you gotta have the ego challenge sometimes.
Yes.
Just for the fun of it, especially against your friends that you'll probably be playing with tonight anyway. So, or having a nice little evening with. So
yeah,
we'll have to wait and see how the rest of this goes. Hopefully, I don't think anyone's gonna be actually mad when they lose this. It's more just the pride that might be hurt a little bit for the next few days of practice.
Yeah, definitely something will be brought up in there in the future. Like, hey.
Oh yeah.
You remember when Penn Park's birthday was, and we played a bunch of Overwatch, and we guys beat you, and we started off with the Torbjorn 1v1 win from Manway? That's how it's gonna go. That's how this smack talk's gonna go.
Every single in-house from here on out from Ball State, in official play and unofficial play, will be tracked back to this match.
This is where it all starts.
It's where the whole arc started.
Oh, a Schnoozin Primax right there gets pushed by Raven Strider. Early pick right there. Manway finds one as well. The healing core deleted. Ball State Black.
We're even seeing the junk right now, which that's when you know this match is. It started to turn into chaos a little bit, as even after the nerf, Manway's like, yeah, no, we'll pull out the junk right a little bit, see if we can get a few flank kills here. It kind of hiding in the back. We'll have to wait and see. It seems like Raven is more just of a distraction at this point. And they should have got the Tracer, but that damage nerf for you, I guess.
I guess so. I gotta say, there you go. There you go. I was gonna say, there's nothing more satisfying than catching a Tracer in a trap, except for maybe catching the Doomfist as they're charging up shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like laying it out at their feet, like especially when they go for a longer one. It is a very satisfying feeling. Very, very satisfying.
True. Hey, they're just having the time of their lives, man. I won't lie. They're kind of just hanging out. Nobody's killing them. Able to get out. You know, as I say that, they're getting dove by Cash. And they're actually able to take them out. Almost kill themselves on accident with their own pulse, but they're able to at least escape. And where is Penn? Are they like in... They're in spawn waiting for Manway. Oh my god.
Nice. Gotta let them know.
Oh my god, both are back there.
Yeah, gotta let him know. There you go. And Cash just gets taken out. He gets trapped in the Junkrat trap there on the other end. 2 minutes 10 seconds or so left in this attack.
Oh no, the whole squad is going back to spawn.
Nah, stay on spawn.
To
stay on
escort
spawn.
Panwy out of spawn.
Get down, Mr. President.
Get down. But they're just waiting. You can see as soon as they walk out, hacked. And they just walk back into spawn. And now, yep, Ben, yeah, you overlived your welcome, I think, just a little bit.
Manway's gonna take this one. Manway's gonna take this one. A little bit of Ball State attention onto point. That's just a little bit though, and that will go and get dusted out here in just a little bit. Yakester with the nano boost as well. Love to see it. Taking out supports right, left, and center. We kind of saw them really pushing up against the Ana earlier and winning that 1v1. This guy just doesn't stop. Can't stop, won't stop, in fact.
Can't stop, won't ever stop. And now the Bastion is the next victim. As they kind of looked at him as like, did you really just do that? Is that really what we're going to today? And yes, it seems like even on your birthday, where I will solo beat.
Oh,
just before I go
he
die-
jumps off. He jumps off and lands directly in the middle of the Reinhardt charge. I love to see it. Me98, that's definitely a win for you, my friend. We're counting points on a chalkboard somewhere.
They had to get at least a little bit of payback for their fallen comrade, and at least Penn Park that time is able to get a little bit of payback themselves. But this has just been it's been a match. It's been a match, Tug.
30 seconds left in this map. This is Ball State Red that took the first. Hold on to a couple ultimates right here. Again, mostly for fun here, folks. Minefield goes out. The Esports does fall. That's going to be Me98 against the Esports 2 times now. Little sleep action. Now waking him up. Nicely done. The Suzu comes out and negates any ability for Ninja to actually get their Tracer Mine stuck on to that one. 5 seconds to go. Pyre will live for another 10 seconds or so. Takes one.
Oh, got one. And yeah, Me98 is just like, no, I got to assert a little bit of MTD, and there's no way they actually cap this, right? They're actually able to get in, get a few ticks. Well, the Ball State Red actually do fall. This map, not over yet, everybody. It seems like unless Raven Strider does go install. Okay, Shatter, Pin, Pulse Bomb almost used as well. Me98 assured the kill. Hey, map not over quite yet.
Extending this one on a little bit, it seems.
Come on, get a few extra clips to put in the montage.
Hey, why not? Why not? Won't need it. I'm not sure what they're talking about in chat. I'm mostly like not commentating in chat at this point.
Yeah, I'm not even sure at this point. It seems to be it seems to be half the time they are saying that they should have got a kill that they did not get.
It's like my rank games. Yep.
Yeah, bro, real.
Dang Beast finds this one at the very, very end.
It seems like this game is a lot of it's been everybody trying to steal each other's kills in 1v1s, and it seems like just everybody's ranked experience on overdrive, which honestly I respect it. So, Me98 trying to win the MTD battle, lands the pin.
Wow, okay.
But yeah, nope, there's a stick. Yep. Pulse Bomb does exist, and the cavalry hasn't arrived.
1 minute left to go on here. All stay black. I mean, plenty of time to get back on this one. Manway, give him the shakes of the head.
We're just kind of hanging out. Zang Beast curious. They're, if I had to guess, going to dive somebody in the back and use beat. No, actually just going to use it to try and deny the Man-We Nano, but not able to save the birthday boy yet again. Seems like they've had the roughest day out of everybody on this Ball State Black squad, but and maybe they'll repay it maybe later tonight.
Wow, okay. Yeah, Manway just kind of opting to bide their time, right?
Oh.
And had to give him a look there at the end as well. 15 seconds to go now. We got loads of ultimates on board actually for Ball State Black. Little Shatter action, little Tracer Bomb, little Kiriko Rush, that Kitsune Rush. 4 seconds, not sure if anybody's going to touch on this one. No, they do actually. I think that's Yakester on the backside, does barely touch. No, there's still one here. Kitsune Rush coming in. There's a nice Shatter. That's Manway down. Next on the chopping block is going to be Raven on the Wrecking Ball, and that's if Ninja's not able to keep themselves alive here. And we got Ball State Black pushing on in.
Not giving up quite yet. Wanting to push this just a little bit further. Spencer trying just to stay alive, trying to take out Penn, who does have the artillery strike. Sends that on in, able to get some damage, but that's really about it. Now Me98 just trying to clear everybody, and Manwee is just staring him down in the corner of the broken pieces of what used to be Penn Park.
Used to be a bastion.
Used to be.
Operative word, used to be. Ball State Red kind of covering up this point as of right now. OT here, nice shot. That's going to be a Raven Strider double kill, and then wipe off of point for BSU Red to take map number 2. That's going to be a 3-1 scoreline.
3-1 over in the streets of Brazil. Had to be Yankster getting to play. It seemed like they were all over the place, especially on the attack. This is actually on the defense, though, near the end. Oh, because he gets the assist on all of those. Okay, that does make sense. Gets the assist on 3. I think he gets the assist on Penn as well. Or no, just gets the flat elimination on Penn.
Yep.
So, hey, I gotta say, Ball State Red definitely having the time of their lives. Ball State Black at least trying to. Maybe not having as much fun as they were hoping.
Yeah, both of them having a ball. We'll be going to a very short break. When we return, guys, this is the third map. That's Dorado. Yes, Dorado coming back here for a little in-house match. Ball State Red taking on Ball State Black.
There's so many other jobs as well that can translate out of this experience in esports. The only path is not just as a player. I think all of us are representative of jobs in esports, but it mirrors traditional sports in pretty much the same way. You've got, broadcasters, you've got production people, you've got marketing and sales, and now NIL and things like that. But really, esports is kind of a great accelerator for a lot of new businesses that are coming up in the metaverse,